Because of COVID, a lot of people are home doing a fair amount of television watching. However, things are starting to kick back into gear, and you might not have time to rewatch all 3 seasons of Westworld before season 4 drops. And so, the inception of this new show has come out. So basically, you guys, I am just gonna recap everything that's happened in a really, really popular TV show that you've always wanted to watch, you just haven't had a chance to get to. And yeah, I'm gonna make it easy for you. So you guys, this week we are covering The Boys Season 1. Season 2 is set to premiere on September 4th. Don't forget to check out our episodic coverage of that, which Zach will be doing over at the Ledequente Ledger. So if you haven't subscribed to our sister channel, go do that, the Ledequente Ledger. Anyway, so The Boys. Here are things you need to know about The Boys. So, The Boys is set up in a universe that is satirical in terms of superhero-dom. You've got this group of superheroes who were born with powers, and they're pretty much like the Justice League. They call them the Seven.
The greatest superhero team the world's ever seen, the Seven.
And the Seven are run by Vought, which is a company, because they've made superheroing a business. Now, the Seven are the Justice League of the Vought superheroes, but Vought has a whole bunch of other superheroes, but they're not as cool as the Seven. Then we have Huey, and Huey's this nice, normal guy. Basically, what happens is his girlfriend gets killed, or run through, rather, in the first episode. It's quite sad, and that sort of sends him on a vengeance hunt to get back at the heroes because they don't seem to be nice people. I mean, A-Train just ran through his girlfriend, didn't even look twice. BT dubs, A-Train is one of the Seven. Then we have Billy Butcher, who offers a proposition to Huey, basically saying, listen, I know A-Train ran through your girl, and I want to help you, so let's go kill him together. Now, Butcher has a whole secret agenda that we're going to get into in a second. But that's pretty much the world we're in. We've got the Seven, Billy, and Huey. Another character who's important throughout season 1 is Starlight. I keep wanting to call her Starbright, or Highlight, or Bright Girl, or Star Girl. Anyway, she's really sweet. She's this humble girl from somewhere in the middle of the country, and she's wanted to be a part of the Seven her whole life, and bam, she gets an opportunity, and she becomes one of the team. And she's sort of exposed to who the Seven really are, especially Homelander, as well as the Deep. Okay, so long story short, she's exposed to all of these terrible things, like the Deep being a sexual molester, and Homelander just doesn't seem like an up-and-up guy. He's basically this world's Superman, and he doesn't seem to be that super or kind. Get into that in a second. So basically that's the world. Now let me get into the next stage, which is the plot. So as I said before, Huey and Billy Butcher are after the heroes. What we think is that Billy is out to help Huey get A-Train for killing his girlfriend. But throughout the season, we learn that there's a deeper level, and Butcher has some sort of agenda, vengeance, that he's trying to extract from the Seven as well. We learn that Billy was married. He had a lovely lady girl wife, and his wife disappears and basically dies, and this traumatizes Billy Butcher, and he doesn't know all of the information, but a woman approaches him from some secret government place and tells him that Homelander had something to do with it. And we basically see that Homelander molests, maybe seduces, it doesn't look like it wasn't entirely unconsensual, his wife, and then she disappears a few months later. So Billy Butcher is now out to get Homelander because he thinks that for whatever reason, Homelander has killed his wife. So that's his main motivation going through. He's just out to get Homelander. And a lot of the characters say that throughout the season, that Billy Butcher is just out to get Homelander, doesn't care about anybody else. Another big point in season 1 is Vought, who is run by, I can't remember her name, here's a picture of her. She, this entire season, is out to get a government contract so that the superheroes can fight for the government in the military. Now, there's a whole lot of political intrigue that goes on about that. There's a lot of pushback, fall back, or whatever. So, in order to help her with this endeavor, Homelander, who has a creepy and slightly disturbing relationship with this lady, backtrack. before we get to that, there's a drug floating around the streets for supers, and it's called V9. And basically it's steroids for superheroes. So it's like if you're here, you take that V9, you shot up to here. You get all kinds of powers. And we learned that that's what A-Train was on when he ran through Huey's girlfriend. So now we can go back forward. So Homelander, in an effort to help the head of Vought, decides that he is going to inject a bunch of humans with this V9 and give them superpowers. And so now he has created an entire league of evil supervillains that will attack the US and that will force the US government to hire Vought superheroes, giving Vought a bunch of money and the heroes more power. Okay, now we're getting into the spoilers. First off, Butcher's wife is not dead. Secondary, Butcher's wife was not just sleeping with Homelander. He got her preggers!
You are the father!
So, Homelander has a son, and his son is a superpowered being. Now, Homelander had no idea that he had a son. Vought and the head lady at Vought was hiding this from him the entire existence of the little boy's life. Homelander finds out in the season finale. He's quite pissed, but happy at the same time. Billy is shocked to learn that his wife is not only alive, but she has a son by another man. This he also finds out in the season finale. Big spoiler, the superheroes are not created. Well, they're not created by God. Vought has been taking babies and injecting them with the V9 steroid and giving them their superpowers. This burst Starbright, Starlight, Highlighter, Stargirl's world. She's heartbroken. She thought God gifted her with these powers and she was doing good with them. Nope. Basically, all of the superheroes, including and especially the 7, were manufactured in a laboratory. And we get hints of that throughout the season, that Homelander didn't grow up like a normal child, but we don't really know why. And in the season finale, we learned that Vought has been basically stealing babies and experimenting on them and giving us the superpowered people that we know now. So, we end season 1 with Starlight Bright Girl. Starbright? The shiny girl. She's really sweet. I actually like her. Anyway, we end this season with her saving Huey, breaking them out of prison, Huey and the gang. There are a bunch of other cool characters in the show, but I don't have time to get into those. Saving Huey and the gang, breaking them out of Vought so that they get to safety. However, A-Train catches them and attacks them. And so Starbright is staying with A-Train because A-Train has a heart attack because he's addicted to the V9. Ain't that a shame? So Starlight Bright stays with him to help. Stays with him until the ambulance comes, ensuring Huey and the gang's safety. Also, in the season finale, we see Billy Butcher and Homelander coming upon his wife, whose name also escapes me. Why can't I remember anyone's name? Anyway, so not only has Vought hidden Butcher's wife this entire time from Homelander and Butcher, but she has a son, and she and the son are growing up in what seems to be a lovely street in suburbia. But we do see from behind the scenes that there are cameras, so they're clearly being watched. They're not free. They're just not in a prison cell. A little commentary on the show. I thoroughly enjoyed this show. I thought it was such a great look at power and how it can corrupt people. And we've got so many characters who have power, and there's so many power dynamics going back and forth, not just with the supers, but also with the creepy Vought lady. She's got a weird power over Homelander that is quite disturbing. Yeah. So you guys, that pretty much covers the entire first season of The Boys. I say watch it if you can, but don't worry if you can't, because I just did it all for you. It's quite funny, it's quite satirical, quite violent. So I will give you the warning now. If you didn't know, it is pretty intense violence, but a good story all in all. There are some other characters, you know, the whole 7, a lot of them have different issues and whatnot. Chase Crawford. What a guy. Anyway, great show. You should watch it. Anyway, you guys, that has been the SIBZ breakdown of The Boys Season 1. As I said before, don't forget to check out Zach's episodic coverage of Season 2 on the Lata Quente Ledger, which will be starting on September 4th. And yeah, like this video if you like this video. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and click the bell so you can be notified of all the other shows that we are going to cover so that you can be prepared for the upcoming season. Also, let me know if there are any shows that you guys want me to cover, especially like, man, one of those shows that has like 12 seasons that's still going. Let me know. I will do it for you guys because I'm unemployed. Also, don't forget to check out Fun Employment. Fun times. That's it.